I need to find a mirror. Welcome. Where's a mirror? Here's a mirror. Welcome to British Voice, ASMR, and another hotel room tour. I'm in sunny Manchester. I'm back in my hometown. And I'm in a really nice hotel today. I'm actually quite pleased. So I've got a colleague staying here with me. And I'm in the Wilde Hotel, which is my surname. So I'm very happy that I managed to book in. It's normally just out of budget. And it's an apart hotel, which means it's basically a tiny apartment. Which essentially means you get this kitchen. A little kind of fully fledged kitchen. You've got the microwave and everything. And then you've got the actual hotel bit. Hotel room here, so you've got your normal desk and chairs and everything. Excuse the bed, obviously. It's the morning and I've been sleeping in it. I should have made it before the video really, but I couldn't be bothered. And then I've got some workmen on the roof out there. And opposite we have offices with people already in them actually. I can see some people in there. So little offices and shops and things I think on the other side. Yeah, so we're in the middle of Manchester. My colleague has actually got a much better view than me out of his window. He can see the entirety of Manchester. I went back to their room for a brief moment last night to have some pizza. Before we went to bed, went out for a couple of drinks, which was nice. I got to see some friends as well whilst I was here. There's a mirror there. Look. I'll sneak on. Hi. Yeah, so I had a lovely old night last night, and I've got a busy day of work today. I'm doing a kind of a first look event, really, at one of our. So Sony have just launched a new camera, not this one. This is the A7 IV, which is a beautiful, beautiful camera. Very capable of video especially, which is why I'm using it now. But we've also just launched the A7R Mark VI, which is a very high resolution camera. It's a weird angle. I'm gonna go back to the bathroom for a second and then I'll give you a proper tour. Yeah, we've just launched the A7R Mark VI, which is our new very high resolution camera, so superb for portraiture work, landscapes. It's very good for kind of wildlife and birds and things like that as well. They've actually made the sensor an awful lot faster. They've fully stacked it, so it's a really fast readout speed. So you can, the previous model of it, moving subjects were a real tricky thing for the camera to cope with. You get a lot of distortion and a lot of rolling shutter, so if something's moving really fast, by the time the sensor's actually read to the bottom, it's kind of moved a bit and you end up with a wiggly image. So they've rectified a lot of those issues and made it even higher resolution. Much better at video as well. I've not had my hands on it yet. I'm looking forward to having a play with it today. But for now, I'm still using this, which I think is the best flipping camera on the planet right now, to be honest, in terms of bang for your buck. You can tell me whether you think it's decent at video or not. You are watching video on it right now. So this is, what settings am I using? 4K, 50 frames a second, so around 50p. I'm recording in PAL, not NTSC. If you record in NTSC, that's the US and a few other regions. PAL is the UK, Europe and a few other regions. You get slightly different settings, so for ours I think it's 30 frames a second or 50 frames a second, or 100 if you want to go slow-mo, whereas NTSC you're at 24p, which is the kind of the true cinematic experience. That's what you get at the cinema. Most of that would be filmed 24p, but they also do 60p, whereas in PAL it's 50. It's weird. Anyway, beside the point. Yeah, 4K, 10-bit 422 I'm using, which is the amount of colour information and kind of bit depth and everything that you're getting in the video. I'm using good settings. Short story, I'm using decent settings, so hopefully it will look okay. Let's give you a little tour. We may as well start. Oh gosh, what did I just bash there? That's the toilet. So that you've got this door here. Hidden behind the door is your loo. And then you have a little area here. So behind this is the towel rail and a little step up. So a little step up here into the shower. So that is, I'll have to get closer so I can actually see what it's something in pepper. Hoy and pink pepper. I can confirm. So you've got shampoo, conditioner, body wash. Actually smells really, really lovely. Really lovely. So I quite enjoyed that. That shower I also can confirm is absolutely epic. So it's a rainhead shower and it was really powerful. So I had a really nice shower in there before. Ooh. I'll come back out. And then we have, it's a very well appointed room. The bathroom's gorgeous. Like, it's only dinky, but it's really smart. Like, it's all nice, clean white tiles. And got this lovely kind of dish sink thing under the sink. You've got some spare toilet rolls. These are Who Gives a Crap toilet rolls, which are like kind of mail order toilet rolls that you can get. The mirror sticks out. It's got this kind of LED glow behind it, which is very nice, a cool colour. If you don't have the main light on, it's a very cool ambience in here. I'll show you. These light switches are cool as well, so that's how you turn off that one. There we go, look at that, much cooler, much darker obviously because I just turned the light off. There you go, my camera's adjusted for it, but yes, very cool. Kind of bluish glow. So again you have hand wash here, which is the same Hoy and pink pepper. Somewhere for your electric shaver, if you have an electric shaver with you. Some body lotion. I might actually use a little bit of body lotion. I've got some, I think I've burnt my right arm a little bit. I've got a little bit of peeling going on my right arm. It's the arm that when I'm driving gets a lot of sunshine, so sometimes it just gets burnt. Let's have a look at the kitchen. I've got some little cupboards, there's a bin under there. Because you've got the kitchen, you've got a full set of cutlery, bottle opener, you've got knives and forks and utensils, some pots and pans. I've a little Nespresso coffee machine which I've used. There were 4 coffee pods here. I have used all 4 coffee pods this morning. I have a coffee waiting to be drunk, which I might actually just have a little bit of now. Beautiful. I'm onto the decaf now. I had the caffeinated ones first, and now I've finished off the decaf ones. A Smeg. The Smeg kettle. And a Smeg toaster. These I'm a big fan of. I always wanted a Smeg fridge. I've never had one. I've always wanted a Smeg fridge. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But I've got a Smeg kettle and toaster in here. You've got little dishwasher tablets and all sorts. Because we have, well, that's the fridge, not the dishwasher. I have a fridge and a dishwasher. Ta-da! Honestly, this kitchen's better than my kitchen at home. They give you a glass bottle if you want to use that. A little sink, but it's very cute. It's great. Adorable. These little, you actually get proper cow's milk. None of this UHT rubbish. So these were in the fridge. I've used them both, obviously, because I've had lots of coffee. And tea-wise, we're on brew time with Brew Tea Company. So, one proper cup of tea, strong and malty English breakfast. Got a couple of those. A Moroccan mint. And a Yunnan green. Green and hoppy. I'll take one of those home with me. I've not tried it here, so I'll take one home and see whether it's a decent brew. I'm also a big fan of this little kind of wooden thing they've had made specifically. So it says Wilde on it, so it's specific for the hotel. Which is delightful. Oh, it's a Smeg. It's a Smeg microwave as well, which is quite cool. And these goods, you have your pots and pans, not pots and pans, but crockery, glasses, all that kind of stuff. There's no handles, so if you want to open the cupboards, you literally give it a little push. There's your fire blanket. So yeah, quite a cool way of going about things. There's also a hob, so if you want to do some cooking you can do. Some salt and pepper, which is nice of them to include. A little food waste bin. Yeah, let's grab my coffee and continue with the tour. This is where I've got my clothes hanging up. That's a real nice brew. It's a good cup of coffee, that, and an espresso. Can't complain. I found another mirror. Will it focus on me through the mirror? Ta-da! Boom. So yes, we have an ironing board here, a umbrella. If you've ever been to Manchester, you will understand that that is quite useful. I've got one of my worktops there. Then at the bottom down here we have that's your hairdryer. Under there, I assume there's an iron in one of these as well. Yes, there is. Ironing board without an iron would be rather silly. So here we have a little stool, plug, always handy, little chair, there's another little chair in the corner, obviously a little table for your bits and bobs. So let's pop my watch on. I actually need to keep an eye on this. So it's 9:15. I need to make a move, probably in about 5 to 10 minutes, absolutely max, so that I can get to work on time. I've got my little, this is my wallet, it's an old city wallet. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little engraved, one of the old city badges from the early 2000s, because I'm a Man City fan. That's from my t-shirt. I've got a new Sony work shirt on today, which has stuff on the back. Let me see if I can do this over my shoulders. Probably that may or may not have worked. Probably didn't work. Let's pop this in the bin. These little milks in there as well. Yoink. Excellent. Have a little bit more coffee. Quickly check to see that my colleague's not emailed me or messaged me. No, he hasn't. That's okay. So, on the very badly made bed, because I've not made it at all, I should have just said unmade bed, I have my Sony WH-1000 Mark IVs that go everywhere with me in navy blue, my trusty headphones, I was listening to ASMR last night. Who did I listen to last night? It was a new one, actually. I'd been advised a new one. So I think I'd gone from a Shiver Me Tingles video to someone who I don't know the name of and can't remember the name of. I've got my little... How adorable is that? That's a Kodak Charmer. Best-selling camera on the planet right now. Absolutely terrible, but so much fun to use. So that actually kind of goes everywhere with me at the minute. I love it. I've been charging up my little AirPods as well. They can go in my pocket. I'm going to just pack up whilst I go. This is my old Xiaomi charger. This is no, it's not. This one's a 90 watt Xiaomi charger from my days working for Xiaomi. Oh gosh, that's all dragging on the floor. Let's leave that over there. I can't pack that up without two hands. We have a beautiful squishy headboard all the way along, which I'm a big fan of. These I also think are beautiful. So dingly dangly bulbs. I don't see what they look like on. So we have another one of these really cool little switches. Dink, dink, and that pops them on. Very nice. And I'm going to turn them off now and save electricity because we don't need those on. Over here, let me zoom in a touch. What have we got over here? So we have a landscape, but it's focused very much on that. I like what they've done there, actually. That's an interesting photo. It's a beautiful landscape, but they've done it in portrait rather than in landscape. And the main focus of it is actually that man-made object in the middle. So they're looking at the telephone pole or electricity pole or whatever it might be. An interesting juxtaposition of nature and man-made stuff. And then this one, again, very random photo, but I like this kind of street photography where they just find beauty in the everyday. So just an old wooden door that's kind of falling apart, rusty roof, it's colourful, the lines from the road, it's nice, it's kind of very unambiguous photography, but it actually makes quite a stunning photo on the wall. So yeah, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. I've got my trusty leather Aston Martin bag, which has travelled the world with me for the last 25 years. And yes, I am that disastrously old. Big empty cupboards, very useful I suppose if you're staying here for a few days. Look at these guys. No, you can't really see them out there. Bum bum bum. This guy, it's too bright. There's a load of guys on the rooftop on the building opposite doing some work this morning. I hope they weren't looking in my window whilst I was getting changed. They'd have had a horrible surprise. We have a little Lost Island book. I'm not in Ireland, I'm in Manchester, but always good to have a little book to read. Some postcards, I suppose you can... Oh, they've given you pencils as well. So yes, if you are here on your holidays, you could write a little postcard using one of these. Post at home. Some coasters, which are quite cute. We have a Philips TV. I don't really have any negative feelings about Philips. I think they used to make lovely TV. A little pot. You've got your TV remote. Another little decorative pot. Yeah. That's it. That's more or less it. So, I'm going to, what are we on, 20 minutes. Let me get right to this side and I'll try and give you a view of most of the room. Oh, there we go. And I didn't bring a big wide angle lens again. I should have brought a wider angle lens, shouldn't I? But that gives you a good feeling for as is. I'll go back to the bathroom to say goodbye. Oh, we didn't look at the fire escape plan. In the event of emergency. Where am I? So I'm up on the 17th floor. It's a tall building. It's a weird one as well. So you get here last night. It's just off St. Peter's Square, so really, really central in Manchester. Great location. So last night we went to Bunny Jackson's down at Manchester 1. Had some chicken wings. My colleague's vegetarian, so I think he had cauliflower, like a cauliflower option. Did he eat anything? Oh no, potato tots, I think. Just with a nice dip. And had a couple of pints there. And then we went to an old pub on Oxford Road, which is an old rock pub that we always used to go to when we were younger. So I was there with a couple of my mates and my work colleague as well. But he likes kind of metal and rock music, so worked out okay. And just had a couple of pints there. That place is called Grand Central. If you know Manchester, Grand Central. If you just fancy an unassuming pint with a bit of kind of alternative music, it's a good place to go. And I went and got Papa John's pizza. Well, I didn't, he did. I just stole 3 slices of it. Had a bit of a chat and came back to my room. So a really good night was had. But to get into the hotel, you come in on the ground level, obviously, unless you've got a helicopter to hand, you can drop you on the roof. But yeah, you come in at ground level, and then you've got to get the lift up to the 9th floor. The reception of the hotel is on the 9th floor. It's really bizarre. And then all the hotel is higher than that. So the lower echelons, I don't know if they're offices or residential or what, really. Maybe offices? Don't know. But yeah, so the reception on the 9th floor and then the hotel's all above it. So my friend's on the 12th floor. I'm staying on the 17th floor, so really high up. Annoyingly, I've got a very tall building right opposite me, so I've not got a view. But on his side, he's got a view right over Manchester, so you can see the whole cityscape, which is a beautiful view. I wish I had it so I could have shown you, but sadly not. And he's looking out towards the hills as well, so you can see the Pennines in the distance, which is very pretty, very pretty. Anyway, enough waffling. I'm going to go and finish my coffee, get my bags packed, and get out of here. I need to go to work, sadly, but it's been lovely talking to you. I hope if you have lasted this long, hopefully you've dropped me a little like or a subscribe or a little comment, as always. Say hello. It's always, I genuinely love seeing the little comments every now and then of people picking up on random things that I've mentioned during videos. And you see that, a few of the same faces popping up here, there and everywhere on different videos. And it always makes me happy that I've got a few kind of die-hard little loyal fans that have stuck around for a while. I promise you, I know a couple have mentioned the old videos that I used to do, light triggers and medical role plays and other random triggers and stuff like that. I promise I will do some. I promise I will do some in the near future. So keep watching, please. I will get around to it. It's just really hard to organise because I'm never at home, and those are the kind of things I have to do whilst I'm at home. And normally when I am at home, I'm exhausted because it works mad. Like, working for Sony is a lifestyle choice. I am exhausted all the time. It's just constant work. So, yeah. But I will try and get round to it. Pinky promise. Pinky promise. Sweet. I wasn't actually looking at my camera there, so I have no idea if that was a good camera angle or not. I might have just been filming the ceiling. I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. Oh, my mother's phoning me. Go and let her know that I've got a busy day planned. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this very relaxing. And from the Wilde Hotel in Manchester, I bid you arrivederci. See you next time.